All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing our final predictions video, our very last one, because this, of course, is for the series finale for Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 6. Okay, and spoiler warning, if you guys have not seen episode 5 yet, The Bells, and this one we're going to do our predictions. Really happy with one thing this year. Basically, nothing has been spoiled for me for Game of Thrones all year. You know, every episode, the first 5 episodes, and now we're going up to episode 6. I was not aware of any spoilers beforehand. We got to do raw predictions on what we thought would happen, and we got to kind of see, you know, who will win, what will happen. Crazy stuff. So now is time for, it saddens me to say this, the very last episode. Next Sunday, or maybe I'll say Sunday, coming up of this upcoming week, will be the final episode of Game of Thrones, the series. Really sad that that's the case, because I love this series so much. It's really, parting is such sweet sorrow. It's sad to see it go. But at the same time, it's been an incredible series. It's been an incredible run, and definitely one series I don't think any of us will ever forget. It's definitely a standout. In 30 years, people will still, think of Game of Thrones highly, I bet you, as like one of those, unforgettable series. Whether it's, in the end, whether it's for good or for bad, as we saw in episode 5, Daenerys become the greatest villain in Game of Thrones, or maybe one of the greatest in a television history, I want to say. So leading up to that, where does that leave us in the final episode? Well, first we got to do a roll call of who's actually even still alive. And there's a lot of, basically all of Cersei's side, I want to say, was pretty much wiped out in that episode. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, okay, who is still alive from Cersei's side of things? And I'm having trouble thinking if there's anybody. So basically, we have one final episode. It's probably going to be extended, and Game of Thrones is over. So we have Sansa, of course. She's pretty much safe in the North. We have, Arya, who just managed to kind of get out of there in episode 5, managed to use her evasive skills to avoid falling buildings and whatever the hell else almost took her out, and was able to kind of get out of there. Jon, we can assume, is obviously still alive, still kicking, and Grey Worm and Daenerys and Drogon and Euron's dead, Jaime's dead, Cersei's dead, Tyrion's still alive, Varys is dead. So, it's the final episode, and we knew we would see some character deaths this season, that's for sure. I just didn't think it would feel the way it feels right now, where Daenerys has just become this just ruthless mad queen. She's just basically burning everything, in her sight that she wants to, bloodthirsty and just savage, absolutely savage. So this one for me, man, I'll put the link in the description so you guys can check out the preview video for it for the final episode. We don't have a name for it or anything yet, but this, I guess, starts Daenerys' reign. You can see the Unsullied there, and everybody's pumped. The Dothraki are pumped because they just took the capital. They just took the head. You know what I mean? They took Cersei out, and they took it for themselves. And now she gets to be what she didn't really want to be, which is the ruler of the ashes. Ash everywhere. And, I'm expecting rain to come soon after all the fire and evaporation. The water's got to come down now. The rains have to come down now after all the heat and everything that's just the ash everywhere and all that. So, man, this one's really, really crazy. We have Jon, we have Daenerys, we have the others. Will Daenerys even stay there, or will she go to Dragonstone? I don't even know. Obviously, eventually here they're going to have to rebuild the capital. They're going to have to rebuild King's Landing because it's destroyed. Everything is destroyed. Everything's gone. And so many people die. That's the thing that's so sad about it. And it was unnecessary because they rang the bells. They surrendered. And she did not accept their surrender. So it's definitely an ending. We'll do our first Q&A on this tomorrow. Or later today, and we'll give our thoughts on, how people are feeling about it. Is this what people wanted to see in the end for Game of Thrones? I don't think it is. But we still have one episode left, so wrongs can be righted, I guess. will somebody become the Queenslayer? Well, obviously it's not going to be Jaime. One of the fan theories throughout the series is that eventually we'd see Jaime maybe become the Queenslayer and put Cersei down. It was basically the opposite of that. He was there to console her as the whole world collapsed on them. So that one wasn't true, but of course, Daenerys is just, she's absolutely ruthless right now, and it doesn't sound to me or look to me from the preview and what we're thinking about where she's at right now that she's going to listen to anybody. It's too late, right, for anybody to say anything. Like you'll say, Tyrion, show mercy, whatever. If they surrender, if they do this, then and he did the best he could to try to save everybody. And I guess he could not have known that Daenerys was going to do this. It didn't seem to be in her character earlier on to just annihilate people and just do what she's done. But it would not surprise me if Daenerys did not survive this last episode. I would not be, shocked at all if Jon decides or Tyrion decides or somebody decides that they're going to have to stop her, because it's kind of crazy. Like even from the beginning of the episode 5, when she kills Varys, I kind of felt like feels a little bit unnecessary. I mean, she can't trust him, but does it make sense for her to burn him alive? I don't know. Maybe you throw him in the prison for a while or something like that. Maybe you cast him out and you get rid of him, but to dragon flame fire burn him to death right there in front of Tyrion and everybody, it's kind of sad. Will she hold Tyrion accountable for anything that happened? Will she find out that he released Jaime, and how will that affect things? So will she be mad at Tyrion? I'd really like to see Tyrion survive out the rest of the series and be a survivor to the very end. And I kind of feel like I hope he will be. I guess it doesn't really matter because the series will be over anyway, so whether or not he's dead in the end or he survives in the end, I'd just like to see him survive in the end, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't. But I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I don't know if Daenerys can survive this last episode. I don't know if she can just reign and have nobody, go at her. I mean, she was with Jon for a while, so one of the theories is that maybe she could be pregnant and then later on their children can kind of rule after that. But I don't know, man. I'm just at this point in time right now, things have changed so much to where it's like, I'd almost think Jon is going to give her an earful for what she did here. And she's gone down this path where she's not going to listen. So certainly, other people have betrayed her as well. Will she hold court? Will she start burning people? Maybe she'll hold a few people accountable here and start doing some stuff that others might not agree with, and somebody will in fact kind of repeat what Jaime had to do and kind of put an end to it. So the Mad Queen, will we see her be put down by somebody before the end? Wouldn't surprise me if it's Jon. Okay, I guess that's what they have to do. Kind of saddens me that this is the way the series has kind of ended off, but we'll certainly talk about that a lot in our Q&As for this week and afterwards. But Daenerys, man, I got to put her up there. I got to put her as the number one best villain of the series. She's the final villain, right? And she came out of nowhere. Like, people did not see that coming, and all of a sudden she became the villain by the end of episode 5. And she's the surviving villain in the end. She bests Cersei, so certainly she's got to be higher than Cersei. The only one is the Night King that can maybe give her a run for her money. But, I mean, it just seems so wrong what she did, because they all surrendered. So it just seems so horrible. So my predictions for the end, Daenerys to die. I hate to say it. Someone to kill her, be it Jon, Tyrion, or someone she trusts. It's, man, really sad. So maybe Arya's the one to do it. I don't know. We'll see who does it. I'm not sure, but crazy stuff. And let me know how you guys are feeling about Game of Thrones right now. Is this the ending that you wanted? Will be the topic for the next video. Is this the ending that Game of Thrones fans wanted? I don't think that it is. If you like this predictions video, it's the best I can do right now, but it should be a good wrap up in the end, and eventually we'll see peace here after it's all said and done. Thumb up the video, like it, share, favorite, subscribe, bottom left if you're new. Thank you guys for all your support over the years. Game of Thrones finally coming to an end, and I appreciate all you guys who've been watching the reviews, predictions, all the videos. Been doing them since the start of the second season, however many years ago that was. I guess 2012, 2011, something like that. That's it for this video, guys. It's Trev. I'm saying peace. I'll see you guys soon for another Game of Thrones video. See you guys.